What's up, everybody? We're live, and it's Monday, and we're on time. A little bit early, actually.
Mark it on the calendar.
Mark it on the calendar. Where's the pen? Mark it on the calendar. Yes. Goodness gracious. Before we could even get started, we had two what are they? Super stickers?
Yeah.
What are they? Super chat, super stickers, vibes. You crazy, crazy dude. Now,
Thank you.
I just got done with work a little bit ago, and so we got this set up just using my phone. Remember, Katie, that this is what we're looking at when we're looking at people.
I'm looking at chat.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Jeff Pelham's in the house. So is Jesse, and so is Vibes. But you're going to be able to see like the chat a lot better. I'm using my phone. It's hooked up to a monitor, and using Safari because it's an Apple phone. It's really, really hard to see all the chat. Hello, Jeff. Anyways, I can't even get to a spot where I can click and type anything. So I'm going to do my best to be able to like click on things as they come up. Excuse me for just a moment. I'm just going to mute the mic so I can clear my throat. All right, so it's Monday. Case of the Mondays. What's been going on? How about first, welcome in the people that have been in here. Can you see like the beginning of the chat?
Yep. Vibes was first. Jesse, Cillian Aquatics.
Salient.
Jeff Pelham's Aquatics. And we have J Rock Does Stuff.
J-Rock's here. Thanks, man.
And Jeff Kane, the infamous Jeff Kane.
Jeff Kane. Why does that name sound familiar?
Thank you very much, Vibes, for the tip jar. $1.99.
What do you say, tip jar?
Clear throat tip jar.
Tip jar.
We have President Donald John Trump in here. That's a new face.
Yeah. That's what I get for not... Okay. My moderators, don't go in there and change it. I don't care. Normally we do subscriber-only mode for the chat. So I got a couple moderators in here. If you get online, get a little bit wacky, doing things you probably shouldn't do because you're being a troll, you're going to get yanked out. But that's fine. You know, let them have their way for a little bit. See what's up. Because I don't mind, like, some fun stuff.
He said hi, Jeff, so not sure.
It's not every day that, the President Donald J. Trump, but I didn't know it was John. I thought it was James. I share the same middle name as Donald Trump. What a coincidence. That's the first time I've ever seen him in here, and it's an honor, sir. So that's all the people we've got so far. Did we miss anybody?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, since we have 9 people watching right now, so there might be a few lurkers, and that's fine. I lurk in a lot of things too. And not to be a creep or to steal ideas. It's just sometimes I like going and watching lives. I'll pop in for a while, see what's going on. And usually I'm working on something or eating or something where my hands are tied. So you got your tank moved. He saw that. You're not supposed to see that yet.
Well, it's kind of big, so.
We'll get to that in a moment. I was going to talk about, well, since you brought it up, let's talk about that first, huh?
The elephant in the room.
Yeah, the elephant. The 210-gallon elephant in the room. And there's nothing in there other than a thin layer of water. That's an acrylic tank. And it's massive. We finally got it in here. I put it on furniture dollies. It's got like retractable feet. And finally got it in here. We had it out in the garage, filled full of water, doing a leak test for the last 2 or 3 months. It takes a good 2 or 3 months to really find the leaks. Really find them. Drained out all of that water. I'm so happy. You know, last week, for you that have been here last week, Katie was here for like a minute, 2 minutes, maybe a little bit more. I was so out of place. I feel so much better when I have my Katie here.
Aw.
It's hard. I'm used to having you as we're like a team.
Co-pilot.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know who's the co-pilot and pilot on this, but
Well, I'm still on call. I can
Yeah.
leave at any point in time.
should we show them? Or is that going to jinx it?
Don't jinx it.
Okay, we won't even bother. We got the monitor out here. She's finally asleep. Giving Katie a hard time today because she's getting older. What's great about that is that okay, let's stay on topic here. The 210-gallon tank. That's Katie's tank. It looks like sand in the bottom of that. That's just like, since it's acrylic, I imagine at one point in time it was covered in paper to keep the scratches from happening. So the paper's still on the bottom. It's a light tan paper. So, but it's painted on 3 sides, both sides and the back. And I got the spot rigged up to put the canister filter. We have a FX6 Vibes. You should love that. We're using the Fluval FX6 on this because it came with 2 of them. What do we got for it in the chat?
We have another $1.99 super chat. Oops, am I supposed to just creep? Parentheses lurk, laughing faces.
Who's that?
Vibes, of
Again?
course. Red lasers in the house.
I need to be able to. Okay, I'm gonna go to starred. See, the problem with this. Here we go. I'm sorry, dude. I need to be able to put all of these up on the screen, and I am working on it. It is, like I said earlier, very hard to do with the setup that I have. I'm going to go through them all. Let's start, because, you know, he's paying for these, and so that was the first one. That was before we even started. Before we even started, he put 2 of them. Vibes is such a stinker that way. He had those up in there before I was even completely aware of what was going on setting this up. And then he had that one, clear throat tip jar. Tip jar. I don't mind if you just creep and lurk. So anyway,
We have Elfish. Says, what's up, people?
there's David. Hello, David. Welcome. Thanks for coming in, man. So this 210-gallon, finally, and my calculations, by the way, were perfect. I measured this like a million times, setting that up, making sure there was enough room for this. This is like 6 feet long.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if Fish Fam link is in here or anything, but we bought this under the assumption that it's 210 gallons. Are we wrong on it? Let's do some measuring. Side to side, it should be.
In the meantime,
It's 72 and 1/8. So 6 feet. It's 6 feet across the front.
welcome, Spider Lady, otherwise known as Kim. Thank you for coming.
Spider Lady.
Yep.
It's like Spider-Man, only like sister, or perhaps his mother. Everyone knows Spider-Man's parents were killed. I think it is about 72 inches wide, 32 inches tall, 30 inches tall, not 32. 72 wide, 30 tall. $24 deep, front to back. 72 by 30 by 24. I don't know what that is. Is that my name is Cam.
Sam's here. Howdy, howdy.
Sam, welcome, my friend. I love you, dude. Gotta love the Sam.
Jeff Kane said 224 gallons.
J-Rock says 239.38. So that's displacement, right? So what did Jeff say it was?
240.
So 240. Well, that's quite a bit of a difference. That's 30 gallons. I mean, this tank here is only 20. No, 29. 29. So it's like another one of these. What are you looking at me like that for?
We need another one of them.
Well, it's 30 gallons. No, 20 gallons more. 30 gallons more. So we thought it was a 210 and it's a 240.
Yeah.
Basically 30 gallons more.
Nice.
I'm good at math, I think.
Sure.
I'm just happy we finally got it in place. There's no water in it, like I said, other than the little bit at the bottom that I couldn't get the siphon hose. It's like not even a half inch.
Rods Aquatics is here. He goes, holy smokes, that tank is huge.
That's what we said. How, like, for a month after getting it, it was sitting out there.
Walk past it, it's like, whoa.
That's a huge tank. If anyone gets the reference to, I think, what is it? What's the movie? Solid.
Black Panther?
That's a huge bee. I don't know. They say it in the movie. But no, that's not from that. That's from like Deuce Bigelow, I think. Meryl Gigolo, Rob Schneider.
I know what movie you're talking about.
And he's with this girl, and her head and shoulders are out of frame, and everyone walking by says, "That's a huge." Anyways, we'll try to keep this PG. It's a massive one. You're right.
Jeff Kane wanted to know what I was going to put in there. It might be a temporary home.
We can't discuss that yet. Right? We're one of those YouTube people where we're like, that's a surprise for later.
Okay.
You're going to have to find out. We have so many plans for it. And
Yes, Grimes. It's for a whole bunch of Neocardinia shrimp and beta. Mm-hmm. It's a huge sorority tank.
Is it lame? You're going to try and call me out? Dirty Kane, you're going to try to call me out on that? So you're just tempt me so that I stay out. That's what we're going to put in it. I said it. I'm sorry, Katie's hand was in the way and you didn't understand what I said, but that's...
J-Rock says, what you do is fill 5-gallon buckets and list Let us know how many buckets it took to fill it.
It's still early enough in the year. That sucker's getting the hose. Don't make me get the hose. Good morning, Craig. Welcome to our crazy stinking Monday. I'm so
How
glad
was
you
your
showed
Monday,
up.
by the way?
My Monday?
Yeah, you want to tell everybody how your
Okay.
Monday was?
My Monday. For those who have been following along, you probably know that, well, today was the first day of my new job.
Hey, Jamie.
Hence this nice shirt I pulled out of my closet. Of course, I had it
Ciao.
buttoned up here. I had it all tucked in. Of course, I was wearing jeans, but it tucked in, looking nice. I shaved, trimmed my beard, put some hair gel in.
My hair gel.
Your hair. Well, I put some in Katie's. Never mind. That's neither here nor there. Really. First day of my job. Okay. How many of you know the movie Annie? The movie. I mean, there's been plays and whatever. Little Orphan Annie? Annie? Anyone? Anyone? I'm not seeing it in here. Jamie's in here. Hi, Jamie. Do you know anything about Annie? Somebody says yes. The movie is the bomb. It's a hard knock life for us.
J-Rock.
Yeah, Annie. What song does she sing when she finally gets to the mansion? Yeah? Oh my gosh.
Thank you, Vibes, for this $1.99 super chat.
Tomorrow's the first day of October. Oh, don't remind me.
Yeah.
It's fine. I like October. I do. But it's just one step closer to
What
frigid
stuff?
crap. Oh,
$10 Warbucks.
so she's being introduced to this big thing. I mean, she's like from an orphanage, you know. If you haven't seen the movie, go find it out. Find it, watch it. She sings a song. I think I'm gonna like it here. I went from working in this dingy old back room part of an O'Reilly's, which I never say the S at the end, but now I don't care. Um, the manager there, Mike, he's awesome. Took me on a tour after I had already been there, but took me to introduce me to people. Said, "This is the break room." You have to understand the break room at my last job was pretty much storage area
In between the shelves of
with
With
jars
the
of peanut butter for mouse bait, mouse crap everywhere, a little fold up table that was from like the 1970s and never been cleaned. The one wall that was available that didn't have product was covered in all of the OSHA regulation kind of crap. A shitty microwave. Sorry about the word. A crappy microwave. Very crappy mini fridge. Um, the coffee maker hasn't been touched in years, so it's just like mold. A vending machine with nothing in it but mouse turds. And that's about it. And it's just tiny. It's smaller in this space. The break room at my new job is bigger than this room. It has lockers. It has a full kitchen, full fridge, a stove, microwave, sink, everything, even a chest freezer. And inside the chest freezer, chocked full of ice cream treats. Free for the taking. He said, help yourself. That's a small chest freezer, but chest freezer nonetheless filled full of ice cream treats. I didn't take a single one today because I was just like trying to like that's cool. I'm like, yeah, cool. Inside, I'm like, free ice cream. What? I have my own office, which is like, this is your office. It's all yours. Do whatever you want. Hang up pictures, paint the walls, whatever you want to do. It's your office. Oh, by the way, your laptop is coming in the mail today, which it did. Brand new Dell computer laptop, dual monitors. Just I got pictures on my phone. I didn't prepare to actually put them up on here, but it's you walk around in there and everything's well lit. Everyone's happy, and I have my own office. It's crazy. It's quite the change. I kept thinking to myself, what's the catch? What's the catch? I haven't found it yet. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe they'll bury me over my head. But it's a good job. It's with Aero Building Center, which is a subsidiary of U.S. Um, LBC, LBM, U.S. LBM. They're a lumber yard, basically. Places where somebody goes when they want to build a house. All the stuff that you want to buy is there. And I'm basically second in command at this location. Uh, they used to call the position assistant manager, and since it's corporate, whatever is my official position is called operations supervisor. So I'm thinking eventually I'm going to put an aquarium in my office. That's going to happen. Katie said to wait a little bit. I wanted to do it today. I'm like, but we don't. I'm going to get something that's all in one, really easy, that can just kind of sit there and do things, maybe with a couple fish and some plants and some pictures. It's going to be good. What's the office joke? No, I haven't looked at the comments, Katie.
I don't well, hang on, I gotta get back to the comments.
Thank you, Jamie. Second in command, just like at home. Yeah, you're right. You're right. River's first in command. I'm second, and then
I
Katie.
shut it off by accident.
What'd you do? You want me to fix it?
Yes, please.
Okay. What do you want me to do? Hit the chat?
Yeah.
There you go. Goodness gracious. An unfiltered bowl of shrimps on your desk. That's what I was thinking, Jay. Because I've got one. I don't have the shrimp in it yet, but there is an unfiltered bowl here. It's doing really well. There's just some snails in there. The bubbling you see is from the tank behind it, but there's no bubbling there. This is that stand that from the drop. What am I drinking? Drinking barley pop. This is the ooh, bing. That is what came with the drop. And I needed a light over this, so I ended up using it on this bowl, which is a lot bigger, and it works really well for that. So I might just go with that. I was gonna do a terrarium thing like you said, like you did on your channel, which by the way, anybody is a moderator in here, which there is, find J Rock's channel and please put a link to his video of him unboxing the drop. It's this thing here. It's a really cool video. It was so
It's very
cool.
well done.
It inspired me to actually go and buy it right after I watched it. It's really, really cool. You guys need to see it. I know he said unfortunately it didn't, his setup didn't work the greatest for him for various reasons. But that all happens to us. We set up things and they don't turn out. But he's gonna try again. He's gonna do something different with it. But definitely check out this product. It is really cool. And by the way, I'm not paid to do this. I only bought this because I watched J Rock's channel and thought it was cool. It is a very cool product.
Thanks, Jeff King.
But I was
You're welcome,
thinking of
J-Rock.
actually using this in my office. It'd be kind of cool.
But that's my fishbowl.
That's your fishbowl?
Yeah.
Why not just buy a new fishbowl then?
I should buy 5-gallon and do it. That would be better.
5 gallon under this? No, fishbowl.
Fishbowl.
Mexicali's in the house. Hello, Jorge. So my new job so far one day, and I really like it. There was technical issues signing in to get the usual online paperwork stuff done, and so beginning my day, I really didn't do anything but sit in my office and go through the desk and stuff, sorted out things left by the previous person, and it was really, really good. Office job is what I'm worried about is I'm constantly trying to work on this here. There was a time in my life that this wasn't there. I was just like, "Poof."
I don't think you're going to be stuck in the office very long.
No,
You're going to be on the floor, walking your butt around.
my job is going to be of like looking for every little discrepancy out there. So I'll be walking everywhere and maybe harassing the rest of the employees. Let them know that I'm second in command. You do what I say.
You're not like that.
I know I'm not like that.
Whatever you do, Jake.
You don't get to know that. What? Oh, you're gonna show off that your belly's gone now?
It's been gone.
Well, it's right there on the screen.
I think I might have to go in.
Not yet. She's not making noise or anything. So the other thing, like I mentioned last week, we finally have memberships. Been working on that. You're 4 feet tall. She's a little taller than that. I might. I can't so far. I'm going into this place as the new guy. It doesn't matter what position you're in. You're the new guy. You gotta show some respect. There's a lot of long time employees there. The hell they're doing, and the respect they deserve. That's for sure. I'm trying to learn the best I can. It's weird. I was at my last job for almost 8 years. And there are some people working where I'm at now who've been there for 30 years. I've never held a job that long, nor do I think that I'll ever have a job that long. I may die before 30 years is over. So it's uh it's humbling and very I'm bad with words. It's the fact that that manager there searched me out to fill that position. I didn't go out looking for this job. So it's an honor, really. So I want to do the very best that I can, and I hope I do. But he's even like teaching me bad habits already. So I asked him today. I'm like, so what is the procedure for lunch? How long do we get? When do we take it? He says, you get an hour. He said, or a half hour if you want. But since your salary, you can do like an hour and a half. Doesn't matter. And he just went back to his thing, and I thought he was joking. He was serious. Just like with your salary, you just take however long you want. I'm like, no, I'm not going to take advantage of that. I've been in salaried positions before. It's very easy to do that. But what that normally does, though, for people that are underneath of you or the structure of things, they don't like seeing their supervisors taking off forever for lunch and doing whatever the hell they want. So I kept just under an hour today. But there may be days, and that's the good part about being salary is when you can take time for yourself, um, and when you need to, you're able to. Anyhow, June is on here. Like I said, I'm trying to struggle with looking through this time. Spend more time with the ones you love, and that's the good part about it. You're just saying that so they don't stuff you in the lunchroom locker, Jake. That's true. But they're pretty small. They're like Greyhound bus. Ever watch Muppets Take Manhattan? Those little tiny lockers. He's like, well, we have lockers, but you probably won't use them because you have your own office. And I'm like, it was so weird. To have, I'm not used to that. I never had a job where I had my own office. It's crazy to me. Thank you, Jeff. You are as well.
I'm going.
Yeah, go in.
She's
Can you show them that she's awake now? They're not gonna. You can't. Yeah, she's gonna be
hungry.
hungry times.
Pants times.
Time for new drawers. So I gotta kind of keep up with this on my own.
Sorry.
Thank you, Jamie. I really hope so. I really do. Oh. What, an office or a baby? 6:32 p.m. Is it? My clock says right before 6:30. I think the batteries are getting low. Batteries are getting low. So I'm really excited about that tank. But a few of you have known that I've seen in chat. I've mentioned it. I know Jeff Kane does. It's not bad in here now. I've been opening the windows and getting ventilation going, but I got like mold on the windows. It got so humid in here. It's such a, it's probably a rookie thing, right? We started into this hobby with a tank or two 10-gallon tanks. And now we have a lot more. And just didn't think about the fact that all these tanks should be throwing off all this humidity. It's not like we're living where Mexicali is, where he struggles to keep water in his tanks. It is hitting over 80% humidity in here sometimes, which has formed mold. Not real bad everywhere, but definitely along the windows. The trim on that window over there. Oh, excuse me. The window over there is it's going to have to be replaced. I'm taking measures to clean it all, and we're going to invest in a decent dehumidifier. Just going to have to, because two things. And what came to mind right away is I was like, what have I gotten myself into? My passion for keeping fish and having aquariums is overrun my sense of logic or sense of reason to realize that water's got to go somewhere, right? So we're making lids for all the tanks to mitigate the amount of water going up into the air. But also, okay, let's go back to what I was thinking. I'm sorry, I'm such a scatterbrain. If you guys understand that, you probably already know. Anyway, my first thought was like, what the hell am I doing? And then the awful thought of, I don't want to ruin my garage over this. I don't want black mold starting to form. I don't want mold inside the walls. I'm going to have to get rid of tanks. What have I done? And then I'm like, I don't want to get rid of my fish. I don't want to get rid of my tanks. I love this. Plus the fact that we're part of a community now and on YouTube and all of it involved that I don't want to stop keeping fish. But I also don't want to ruin my garage. So it's going to cost some money. Can I afford it? My screen went black for a second. Hopefully that's not okay. The biggest thing is this pond. I'm not covering. I was going to add another one in here, but after finding this issue, that's not going to happen. I got lids on basically everything. That 210 is great. 240. It's completely encapsulated. There's a couple small holes on top that have their own lids. Tiny. So there's two holes like that. That thing sat out there for months with water in it, and I didn't detect any water dropping at all in there. That's fine. But it gets hot in here in the summertime. The western sun faces that way. Afternoon sun beats down on this part of the building. It gets warm in here. And when you have heat and uncovered tanks, the humidity just goes through the roof. So we have fans, 3 of them. Those 3 middle lights that look all blurry, those are all fans. I open up the windows. I've got Um, an air filter help circulate the air even more, and also filters out mold spores, things like that. There's a UV light on it. I just need a dehumidifier, a good one that's overkill, because this room produces more humidity than a normal home room. So it's going to be an investment, but if I make the right investment, hi Foxy, if I make the right investment, that means I can save my garage, save my hobby at the same time. And for those two things, I'm willing to spend some money. Granted, it's going to up our utility bill some, probably a lot. We'll see. But there's other things that can be done too. There are certain plants that will take up moisture from the air. We do a lot of spider plants. Those like to feed off of it. I was thinking of incorporating some air plants. Um, these are plants that you don't have to water because they will soak up water from the air. To add to the beauty and add to the keeping moisture and humidity under control. So that's what we're working with. I just was this hobby is filled full of these moments I've found so far that they're like moments of like learning moments where you come across something that's like, oh my god, how did that happen? Whether it's your fish die, your tank leaks, um, your water becomes crazy out of nowhere. You deal with humidity issues. There's all these things that you run into, and I just it always seems like my first instinct is to say, "Oh, F it, I'm done. I can't deal with it. It's too much stress. What now?" I don't want to be like that. I want my first instinct, and it is hard. Maybe I'll never get there, but I'm getting better at it. I want to train myself to think that, okay, this is a hard thing that showed up. What can I do to solve it? I know I can solve it. Not everything has to be a catastrophic failure just because it's a little bit hard. And that's just part of growing up, and that's just part of being challenging yourself to overcome. I got some green tiger barbs in this tank below me here. I want to get them into that tank. So that means now that that big tank is in here, I can start moving out all this junk. Oh, I can't even really see it. There's a lot of junk over here. It's not junk. It's all good stuff, but it looks like junk because it's all in a pile, disorganized. This is all coming out. It's all these shelves that are over there. The TV's going to have to go on a wall. All that is going to come out of here. And revamping this little by little because, well, I work. I work a full time job. I got a family. So, I wish nothing more in the world that all I could do is this YouTube doing fish keeping, gardening, all the stuff that we show on our channel and do it for a living and be able to support my family doing nothing but that because then I could just have the time. And you know what? The grass is always greener, right? I could say that now and say it happens that I could make a living doing that. I'll still find that I won't have enough time to do everything that I want to do. So, life is a journey, right? Whether you get to where you think you're going to be at, it's never going to happen if you feel that you're not making progress. So, if each day you can make a little bit of progress, even a lot of bit, something to make you feel like you moved in a direction. Whether it's you took this bottle right here that shouldn't be there and go put it away. That's something. That's something. And you just start with something and you get done what you can do. Mr. Motivational Speaker over here. We all know the destination. You're right, June. Thing is, just enjoy what you have, because I can sit here and stress over all this crap that I have to put away and organize, but there's people out there that are struggling just to find something to eat or something to wear. So, first world problems, right? Bwizzle, welcome. Like I said earlier, guys, I'm sorry if I'm missing a lot of chats and stuff. Vibes, just how many reminders you got? Was that for a reminder? This for a reminder? You just really want me to know that October is coming and that I need to tear down that aquarium, or not aquarium, the pond outside. That might be a little bit of a hint towards something. I'm not even going to talk about. J-Rock, sort it into keep, toss, and donate piles. That's what I was thinking. Then donate the things and toss the others and put the rest in totes. What's cool is that just across the street from us, closer than O'Reilly where I work, which is next door to that, is the Restore. Habitat for Humanity. They have a Restore, it's called. The store is called that. People donate things all the time. It's almost like Goodwill, only for all sorts of stuff. I mean, they don't do clothes, but I mean, household items. I know the lady that runs it, and it's right across the street. There's also another place in town called Ventures, and they'll take clothing, kids' toys, things like that. And then I have a cousin who runs a roll-off dumpster company, and he's willing to give me a good price on a big-ass roll-off dumpster. So that's kind of in the works. That's in the plans. Try to just kind of sort things out. Biggest thing, though, of everything is time. You can have all the money in the world or no money. We all have the same amount of time. Some of us have to use it for other things, and it's just a matter of time. There's a song like that. We're 49 minutes into this, and I tell you what, I don't know. Last week, having to do this whole thing on my own, I never talked so much before in my life. I think it was like an hour and 45 minutes of me being on here, and I was talking the entire time. It's hard on the throat. It's easier when Katie's here for some reason. You have fish outside as well. What are you planning on doing with them, Jeff? You gotta get them inside, huh? Well, I have an entire two car bay garage out there. The one bay has got to be open for us to be able to pull vehicles in to do oil changes, work on things. The other side is going to be storage. our tools like drill press, table saw, and stuff. I want it all kind of organized, supplies, so we can work on things, build stuff. That's the goal on there. That's gonna free up a lot of room in here. I just gotta make do with the tanks and the fish that we have now and quit buying more stuff. By next weekend is the goal. Get them inside. I think you're right, because this is going to start getting cold. I think even starting tomorrow around us. If you guys don't know, Jeff and I, we live in the same state. We're not that far apart. So, and when it comes to when the seasons change, him and I know that up around here, when it gets to be this time of year, end of September, time is short. It could be freezing any day now. Let's see here. If I step away for a moment, will you guys promise to stay here? Give me 60 seconds. I'll have to use the bathroom. Don't go anywhere. I promise I'll be back. I told you I'd be back. Vibes is still here. They'll go so fun. Don't even say that, dude. You know better than that. Doing some more remodel tonight. Jeff? Oh, man, oh, man. Sarah, how's it going? We love getting Nona. She's meeting her in person, and she's just been so supportive to us. Just wonderful, kind person. Just always has words of encouragement and love that it really makes a difference. If anyone doesn't know that, it is something I strive to try to do, because it doesn't take a whole lot of kindness to really turn a person's day around. And Sarah, you've done a lot. Just the comments that you make and on our videos and the love you've shown, that you don't have to do that, and you do, and we recognize it as it's just very uplifting, and we thank you for that. Vibes is on the grub. What are you eating tonight, Vibes? Did you guys watch that pepper video? I changed the title 100 times, changed the thumbnail once, because I wanted to make it a little more noticeable, but my last day of work at O'Reilly, I want to do a shout out for my friend Dave Fulton and turn it into a pepper challenge. Now, if you watch, I got moderators in here, put the link for that video because most of you probably have seen it. I don't know. I try my best to stay cool in that video, and that's how bad it was. So I remember doing a live stream. We were walking through our garden in the greenhouse, and somebody made mention that when the jalapenos turned red, that they lost their heat, that they became more mild and more sweet. Now, they were either full of crap or they're trying to entice me to eat them. But I'm going to tell you now, from my experience, it's not the truth. The jalapenos turn red, start getting some lines in them, a little bit like wrinkles, splits. Dude, jalapenos aren't supposed to be that hot in the first place. Even the green ones that I've tried in our fall update video, where I gave it to Dave there. So in the peppers video, because I brought in a bunch of produce that I picked the day before and said, okay, this stuff is going to go to waste. We're not eating it fast enough. I'm going to bring it into work on my last day and say, hey, everybody, I had like awesome bell peppers, beautiful peppers of different kinds, Roma tomatoes. They're just delicious Roma tomatoes, and a big bunch of jalapenos. So I started out with that pepper video thinking, okay, we'll just grab two of these little green ones. I mean, they're kind of underdeveloped because the plant is towards the end of its life, and we ate those and there was nothing. Not any trace of heat at all. So I reached over and grabbed a nice size bright red one. And kid you not, for about an hour after I was done filming that, I said, I'm done, and I put my hand in front of the camera. It was a regret. It's almost like I don't know. I don't want to compare it to a drug or anything. Where you don't know if it's ever going to end. Am I going to be okay after this? It was bad. I'm getting some photos from Jeff Kane. 3 in a row now. I bet you if I do that, it's going to take me off of. Oh, man. I hope that didn't glitch too bad. Anyways, those peppers were stinking hot. And you got to know that because the guy I was with, Dave Fulton, this kid, he goes online and buys these hot sauces that are insane, like million Scoville, 7 million Scoville, stuff that you take like a toothpick and dip it in and put it in a huge vat of chili, and that's enough to make it super hot. Not saying that those peppers are that hot, but he loves hot things. To see him like choke and spit it out, it's hot. Made me wonder if they were really jalapenos at all. Because you go to the store and buy like pickled ones, and they got some bite to them. You go to Subway, I want some jalapenos on my sandwich, and yeah, they're kind of spicy, right? Those things, the peppers we ate, I don't know. Everything came out all right, though. I'll say that much. And mostly because I didn't swallow. I just said that on live. 10 minutes. If you're gonna eat a hot pepper, don't swallow. I suggest that you spit. June says a friend tried to tell me if you cook the pepper, it lost its heat. She's a liar. You're right. I see. That's why I started changing some stuff on that video, J Rock, because I know it's kind of a popular trend, and I didn't film it to be a popular thing. I just was searching, trying to do some experimental, so it's like try to show it off as more of a hot pepper challenge thing. It was more just a challenge because I told people in the video, because I want you to subscribe and like both of our channels, we're going to eat this pepper for you, just to show you that we're serious. And in the video, I said it was worth it. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, what the hell did I just do? I'm going to end up like blowing blood out of my nose or something. I mean, it was bad. I even like later on, hours and hours after that, into the night, the center part of my tongue was numb. Like I had no feeling or any taste. It was gone. The one chip challenge. Yeah, Dave, the guy in that video with me, he wants me to grow ghost peppers and try them next year. We have to do a little bit of a shout out here for our channel members because that's part of the deal, right? The problem being, oh man, I'm using my phone, and right now my phone's the only way I can access. Like, how can I figure this out? I don't. I think that if I go off of this to look at my channel members, it's going to. All right. I'm sorry, I can't name off all the channel members. I'm using StreamYard because for some reason, trying to use the YouTube app to go live, it won't let me do it. I've upgraded, I've restarted, I don't know what's going on. If I click off of here to go look at my channel member list, I think that my screen will just go black. I do have a laptop, and I got two of them over here. That's how I did last week. Set up a table over here, and we had it all. Well, maybe I can just open that up. Maybe there'll be enough battery life. I just want to see like my. I just want to see the member list. Like I said earlier, I only set it up this way because it was quick and easy. I was a little bit late at work, and I came home, squeezes and hugs and stuff. Uninstall and reinstall YouTube. I'll try that out. It's almost like unplugging it and plugging it back in. Your son bought you a fish? Do you know what it is? June? Do you know what kind of fish it is, or is that a surprise too? Jeff, while you're in the IT department, maybe take a look at this comment from Jesse. He's got a problem with his Fuva Light and will not connect to the app. He's tried everything. If you tried everything, Jesse, then there's no hope. But chances are you didn't try everything. What's my password? I'm not going to tell you guys. The problem here is that I disabled my touchpad on the laptop, so the cursor just stays there. But luckily, I got a USB mouse. Handy. handy it is, it is, it is. Unplugged, uninstalled, reinstalled app. Did you try taking the light and beating against the wall with it a few times? Did you try setting it down into a chair and leering over it and being like, listen here, light? Maybe a little bit of tough talk. Lost power for a nanosecond and killed it. Well, man, that sucks. You know, you could do is trade it in for a new one. Go to your Fluval dealership and say, hey, how much for that light over there? And they tell you, and you're like, well, how much if I've got to trade in? Cash for clunkers kind of thing. I don't know if that's sounds like the Bluetooth died. Okay, I'm bringing up YouTube slowly but surely on my laptop because I want to name off my members. Just so you know, we have 2 tiers of membership because I thought I had to have 2. And now that I found out that you can do just one, if I go back and change it, it's going to delete everybody's membership to do that. So I'm just going to leave it at 2. And I went with the smallest amounts. You don't have to. That's my choice. 99 cents or $1.99. And I'm only offering it out there because if you can and you're able and you're willing to support our channel by buying a membership, we're going to put content out there that's only available for members. We're going to put early access out there for just members. I'm yet to do a members only live stream. I'd like to do something in the future of giving our members things for being members. I don't know what the rules are with that yet, so I'm being cautious. But why not if we can? It helps us out. Eduardo, you're a new member now. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Would you look at that? Look at that. Look at that. Eduardo, thank you so much. That sort of thing helps us to not only motivates us to keep on going in YouTube, and the money isn't the only motivator, but it helps us with the cost of things. And why not? So the money isn't going to go towards crack. I have my own job for that. Not that I do crack. But it helps us maintain. I mean, a lot of people are in this hobby and they get to a larger scale. I mean, not just having like, I have an aquarium in my living room. No, I've got like, I have a problem. We have issues with, and that's just that wall, you know? Yeah, help us out, man. We've got problems. We can't stop. Anyway, it really helps with the cost of things, and we promise to use the money for good things. I've got a good paying job that'll support my family, gives us what we need. But if problems ever arose where we needed to use the funds for food or for diapers or for anything like that, we would certainly use it for that. The funds that we get through our memberships, we're going to strictly use for our YouTube channel, for our fish, for our gardening, for the things that we can bring content to you guys. And that's my promise. And We're not sponsored by anything. Maybe someday we'll get there. I don't really have a huge urge to get sponsored by anything, but I do love the community. And if you're able to, and I'm not asking everyone, I don't want you to feel bad because if if you're not able to, or even if you're not willing to spend money on our memberships, I still love you. It's great. I'm glad you're here and that we can hang out. I just we're leaving a way for people to be able to help support us if they want to, and that's all it is. And so, for that, we're very, very grateful. And if I quit talking for a moment, then maybe I can concentrate long enough to pull up my member list so that I can give you guys a shout out. I'm almost there. If I can find where it is on here. Members. See all members. How many members do we have, anyways? Oh my goodness. What just happened here? Because I know we didn't have that many members. I was so busy talking, didn't look at the screen that's just to the right of my camera. Be like your left, my right. Eduardo, thank you. That's awesome, man. I appreciate that. Well, Jeff Kane did it to us last week, and Eduardo's. Uh, thank you. Not gonna cry on camera again. I don't do that. I don't cry on camera. I get a little bit like, it's the mold in here. It's affecting my allergies. A little bit reclamped. Talk amongst yourselves. No, I'm serious though. I thank you. So I can't see. We have 37 members right now. So I'll read them off before the battery dies on this thing because it isn't the best anymore. Um, thank you, members, very much. Here's a list of who we have, and uh, on behalf of Katie and I, we say thank you. All right. Pepling Creek Aquatics, Foxy's Fishes, Autarky Homestead, Whizzle the Degenerate Fish Keeper, Empire of Dirt Aquatics, Only Oscars, Jeff Pelham's Aquatics, Nathan Hovey, Monster Fish Gal, Craig's Catfish Cave, Fathom Aquatics, Passing Wind, Shady Grady, Vibes Aquatics, Skipper's Aquariums, Katie Hagen. That name sounds familiar. Garcia Aquatics, New Local Austin, Nancy B. in Tennessee, Elfish Tanks, Benjamin Peters, 3G, Big Steve's Glass Boxes, Mexicali Fish Keeper, Lush and Salty Aquariums, Branton Lightcap, M. Myers 1987. We know that dude. Master Aquatics, just call me Eduardo. I'll call you that and some other things. Daniel Velez. Am I saying that right? I'm sorry if I say it wrong. Dick Science Dixon Designs. Why are we always yelling? Mr. Sam. M&C Aquatics. Silver Creek's Wildlife. Thank you, Tommy. Greek Boy. Is it Greek or geek? It's a Greek geek. Geek Boy. Robert Reed. Audra Meyer. And FPV3. I hope that's an updated list of it. And if I missed anyone, I'm sorry, but thank you very much for being channel members. I thought that once we were able to have memberships, that it would take quite a while for any of that to come up, but you guys are very generous. Um, there's a lot of people that have chosen to buy theirs, and there's even more that were gifted. If you were gifted a membership, check out what we have so far. It's not a whole lot, but as far as members only things, but check it out and give us some feedback of what you'd like to see. What we're trying to do is a little more of the intimate stuff for members. Don't take it that way. I know some of you might, but the more of the unfinished, unedited kind of just us. Like the other night, I did a members only stream. I probably shouldn't have. It was late at night. Katie was stuck inside with the baby, and I just felt like going live. And I went inside, and she was surprised I was going live. Trust me, I would have taken it down if she told me to. It wasn't an act. You'll see that live stream at the end. She's like, turn it off. This is real life. And I was slapped in the face with reality that, not everything has to be on there. But I showed it to her and she smiled. She's like, that's fine. I wanted to allow a little more access into the personal side of our lives through memberships. And that's the best I can think of so far. But I want to thank each and every one of you that have shown up tonight, whether you're a member or not. Thank you for being here. It's been an hour and 18 minutes, guys. And I do have to work tomorrow. I hope that I've gotten all the super chats and everything. Let me go through it here. Fathom, did you just... What is that, brother? Man. Y'all trying to break me, aren't you? Alex, thank you. I didn't see that till now. Yes. Freaking A, man. Brian, thank you so much. I got to meet Eduardo and Brian in person, and Jeff Kane, Sketty Nona, Foxy, of course, because that was Brian's place. If you're gonna be meeting Brian at his house, you're gonna run into Foxy. I guarantee it. I think that the Wisconsin Fish Fam cookout thing is an excellent idea. There are so many gatherings in the southern part of the southern states, and it's just something about northern Wisconsin hospitality. Not cutting on people living in the southern part of Wisconsin, but northern Wisconsin is just a different place. You can hear it in our voices and our accent. And it's not like Minnesota. It's different. Maybe it's appealing to me because it's hard for us to even find like a local fish store without driving forever. Getting to know people and having that good old fashioned just barbecue cookout. Man, that's the last and the very first, but the last Fish Fam cookout, Wisconsin Fish Fam one. That totally describes like how we do things when we have even like our housewarming party here is just like that. You pop open the garage, you get the grill going, and you invite people over, and it's just a smorgasbord of food and good times and hanging out. And I loved it, and I can't wait till the next one. So I want to pledge that Katie and I are going to help the most that we can on that next one, and we gotta get as many people to show up to it as possible. Just for the fact that to meet people in the flesh and in person. The reason I said all of that is because seeing you guys gifting these things, gifting memberships, and I saw Alex do it. Man, it'd be cool to meet you someday in person, Alex. Yeah, you've been um, a fan and a supporter from what seems like the beginning, and I appreciate it. Um, you're a brother in photography, in art. Uh, you and I have had discussions about it in the past. I just really appreciate you, man. Thank you, man. Oh man, in the flesh. Well, you can wear clothing. Some of your flesh will be exposed, like arms and face and stuff, or if you're wearing shorts. But I don't really need to meet you in the nude. If it happens, it better be for because emergency reasons or something. I I felt a little bad during the last one because the heat kind of got to me. It was really hot that day, and I got a little bit lethargic from it all. Jeff, thank you. You have a good evening as well. The heat got to me, so it was not my normal self. Like I don't know. That and I was around new people in a new place, and I get a little bit shy. Um, I'm just going through the chat a little bit. It was really hot. I'm always lethargic. I am to a point. And I really love the heat, but I think I was a little bit on the dehydrated side, and after traveling in the car a little bit, combination of stuff. It must be windy outside. All right, guys. Hour and 25 minutes. Did I miss anybody? I don't think so. If I did, I'm sorry. If you're going into any other chat after this, if there's anything, I haven't looked into it. Let's do a hashtag. Will be like hashtag. Oh, what's this? That's a new person too. Lou. It says I'm lethargic March through September. I can understand, I guess. This gets real hot on there. Yeah, what was I saying? I'm freaking tired. It wasn't even like a hard day, but it was just like a lot of stuff mentally. And tomorrow I'm actually looking forward to going to work. That hasn't happened a long time. So I'm going to get my rest. I hope you guys do too, wherever you are in the world. If you're starting your day, ending your day, right smack dab in the middle of your day, I hope it's wonderful. And I hope you show up next Monday. We'll come on live again. And hopefully there'll be more Katie. Maybe we can go inside with this next Monday so that Katie can hang out. You guys can see the baby again. She's grown so much. You need to see her. That's part of our life too. It's not about baby channel, but you gotta see the baby. All right, guys. Thank you again. That's enough. You know, you can tell I'm from the Midwest, right, Jeff? If it takes me 800 times to say goodbye, it's because that's where I'm from. Love you guys. See you next week.
Gay and Jake got a case of the Mondays. Heading to Hagen Hill, where the sign plays. Aquariums looking fresh with the fish and plants. Turning work weeks slumped into dance plans. Designs on the wall tell a story so bright. Monday morning blues turning into light. Katie sketching dreams with a pen in hand. Jake builds the visions like a magic band. Designs on the wall tell a story so bright. Monday morning blues turning into light. Katie sketching dreams with the pen in hand. Jake builds the visions like a magic band. High into the sign breaking Monday spells. Fish in the tanks with my jingle bells. Plants on the walls greeting every mile. Katie and Jake